Welcome back to Hangar 12. This is day 2 of Invictus and we are back at the Bevid Convention Centre. So today's Crusader Day. Just like yesterday, there'll be some smaller displays. Mirai, Misk I think, and Tumbril. Yeah, that's right, just had a quick check. So let's have a look. Merch stays the same every day. All this kind of entrance section stays the same, so we can kind of blast straight on through. For some reason, I've got banana phones stuck in my head, so if I end up singing that while we're looking around, I do apologise. Although it would make for good lift music. Oh, look at that, too quick. Sorry, guys. You don't get a rendition of Banana Phone this time. Did they add these lights in? I mean, I know the ramp and the steps, but I don't remember the lights last year. And here we are, Hercules. C2s. I always want to say C4s. We've got the two Ares either side. I've been using the Ares quite a lot, especially the Inferno. With their massive... are they size 7s on there? Size 7 cannons built into the chassis. It does make me wonder how they don't just like spin when they fire, but we won't ask too many questions. It's a game. It's a game at the end of the day. It's fun. They're good to fly. I've been using this quite a lot in Overdrive recently, the Overdrive missions, doing those big fleet fights. Look at that detail, the detail that we love, those missile tubes. And if I know the ship, it can be naughty, maybe. Come on, let us be naughty. Naughty! I want to be naughty. It's an outrage! Won't let us up, come on. Come on. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so heavy fire, I want to say. Let's have a look at the description real quick. Hunting down big ships, solo, inferno, reckoning, ballistic Gatling gun. But is it a heavy fire? Yeah, focus, heavy fire. So yeah, this one's got a giant minigun basically on it, a big Gatling gun. That spins when it fires up. And then it's got its partnership, which has basically got a laser cannon on this thing. It's basically like a sniper rifle. So you got like a minigun and a sniper rifle. So two different ranges, basically. Then at the back, we have the Hercules. Is that the bomber over there? That's the Starlifter at the back. What's the other one? The military dropship, isn't it? The other one. So let's have a quick look. We'll have a quick run through so we can see the difference. It looks like the hull is still lagging out the ship. Not really lagging, just it freezes from time to time. So if it locks up, just bear with. Here we are. He's those Moabs, mother of all bombs. We'll get a video out with these because they are fun and they obviously crowd pleasers when they go off. But you get two each side and they rotate. These bomb hatches open up in the floor, drop out, boom. Front ramp and back ramp, great for dropping off like tanks and vehicles into an area. Drop your big bombs, clear the area, go down, put in your infantry. No, stop it, brain. Okay, so. Somebody's stuck everything onto emergency lights, but that's okay. So this is the cargo variant again. I dropped a C1 video earlier today, and in that I talk about the grav plates. I was just wondering if they had the same cutouts, but it doesn't look like they do. I will assume that they have the grav plates under these panels. But again, I really like the design of these ships. It's kind of like the big I think they took inspiration from the big carriers, the big carrier planes that some companies have, that has the nose end that kind of like hinges up, so the whole front of the plane opens up. It has got like a very big like jumbo jet kind of feel to it. And this is the military variant. I believe this has got, if you go upstairs in here, let's have a quick look. Instead of it having like recreational areas and whatnot, it has an armory and some other bits and pieces. Let's have a look. Probably some drop seats. So auxiliary crew. Yep, here we go. We've got drop seats. Drop seats. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 troops, and then an armory to get suited up in. Crusader do make really nice ships. Really good finish, high level finish with Crusaders. Although they all do kind of look the same. And that's kind of the point with the kitchen. With the that's cool. That's very Millennium Falcon. But we'll have I'll do a more in-depth video on those at some point, I'm sure. Let's go down the ladder to get out. Slidey slide. There we go. We'll pretend we didn't glitch through a wall there. Where should we go next? Tell you what, let's go down to the holograms real quick. We'll speed through there, see what Crusader have got coming in future, and then we'll probably head over to the event center over on the left there. Although, let's go. Let's see. Tumbrel, here we go. We've got Tonks, Nova Tonks. And a bit of a lockout, give it a second. There we go. The big Nova Tonk. Big Jongus. Good fun. I had some good fun playing the Arena Commander Tank Royale. They've still got a lot of work to do on the... It's missing its track. They've still got a lot of work to do with land vehicle, like control and maneuverability and whatnot. But, ooh, that looks cool. But it's coming. Everything's being worked on. Everything's a process. Everything's in a pipeline. These are the Tumbrel Cyclones. The whole range. They do look quite cool. They're fast. I've driven one a couple of times. I haven't driven one recently though. I don't think I've driven one since the last lot of ground vehicle updates. Is that the one with the anti-air missile launcher on? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the missiles in there. Look. Very cool Action Man Jeeps. Gun rack on the side. Got one with a turreted minigun. I think this is just the plane. One in here. Go rear access panels. So they're very cool. Obviously, there's not much use for ground vehicles at the moment, but I think that CIG are constantly talking about, or I say constantly, often refer to bringing in like hazards that mean you'd have to use ground vehicles more often to get in and out of areas. I think once the road tech's developed, if that's still a thing, I haven't heard. Ooh, what the? Oh, yeah. Once the road tech's in, then we'll get things like this, which is actually a motorbike. It was so big, I was like, what the hell is that? I thought it was a ship. I thought it was like some kind of crazy capital ship or something. It's the Ranger, Tumbrel Ranger, that's it, which is a motorbike. A lot of people are waiting for this. It got pushed back when they announced that Road Tech was going to be following River Tech. River Tech's now out, but I haven't heard anything on Road Tech yet, so Maybe it's hit some kind of snag. Maybe it's often when it's stuff like that, it's something's come up in the design where it's pushed them back and it's going to take some time to work around. So it looks like road tech's going to be a bit harder to do than river tech maybe. And then it's probably going to get given a time slot to be worked on later on down the line. Here we go, here's another one. Same thing. Same cake. So let's have a run upstairs. That song is really stuck in my head. Oh, the storm. I haven't actually looked at this yet. The storm. I think there's a... Oh, there's the button. Is this going to open for me? Let's rent this because I want to play with this. Doink. And that's the missile version. Is that in the game now then? Doink. Ooh. So these are kind of like the tanks, the tonks. But they're faster moving. I think it's got a lighter gun on the top instead of that big hefty cannon. You're actually loading through the front. I'll probably do a video on this a little later on. Just a quick look at it. But yeah, they look very cool. Again, I haven't really used them, so I don't know what they're like to actually drive around and use in combat. But yeah, no, they're very cool looking anyway, just like most things in this game. I don't think I've ever seen a ship that I was like, okay, that looks horrific. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's some that I personally feel are a bit meh, just more that they just don't really bother me. They don't get my interest. Like the Herald isn't a ship I'm really interested in. But I don't think there's a ship that I'd look at and go, ugh. Well, you know, apart from Drake. But they, you know, they're Drake. You're meant to look at them and go, ugh. They have their own charm. I think it's called spit and duct tape. Anyway, that's enough shitting on the Drake. Let's have a look at the Furies over here. Although, it'd be interesting to see what Drake announce on their Drake Day. There's been talk of a possible hammerhead-sized ship, which will be interesting if that's true. I might have a look on Pipeline, see what I can find, if anything there. But the Fury, two little fighters. I've seen people do very interesting things with these, especially with the Geminis. In fact, the Geminis are at the back over there. So these are like little tiny fighters, kind of like getting a deck chair and duct taping a couple of shotguns to it. Kind of size. You got the Tanner over here. Is that the Tanner? It's got the camera on the end. The Reliant, yep. It's the Tanner variant. Again, I used to fly one of these a long time ago. The cockpit's interesting. The downside to the cockpit, so you'd sit in the cockpit and it has two flight positions. And it rotates, so the wings rotate around the cockpit, but it means that when you're in the upright position, you can't actually get out the cockpit. So where other ships can kind of get out and walk around, but they do a video camera version, that's going to have, well, it does have, so this on the end, like this ball joint on the end that has a turret on it, it has a camera mounted in it that you can film like sporting events and stuff like that, and apparently you'll have in-game streaming, so you'll be able to stream those to like screens and stuff inside the game at some point. We've got the new Pulse. The new Pulse hover bikes. Pretty quick, nimble. We've got the Razor, which is the Racer. Is that a combat version of it, or don't see any? Oh, there they are. Guns, combat version. Yeah, I think the racing version is like blue and white. Let's grab one. Oh, Freelancer. Missile variant. Gunship. Way back when the game first started, I had a Freelancer. It was one of my first bigger ships. And then I upgraded to a Cutlass. I wanted something I could kind of walk around in and have like a bit of a crew area. And it kind of, very, 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 very vaguely kind of. Now I look at it, I realise I'm about to say it, and everybody's going to go, no. I say everybody, anybody who watches this video, which maybe not everybody. But when I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of Serenity from the Firefly series. Now I don't see it so much. But here we go. Here's the Gemini for refueling in deep space. I find it's the most convoluted ship internally. I will do a whole video on this thing. It is a behemoth. It's an absolute monster. It's not the biggest ship, but it's not just the size, it's the layout inside. The thing's a labyrinth. I seem to remember there was a dev talking about it quite some time ago, saying that when they designed it, they wanted to design it as if it was a first-person kind of, almost like a deathmatch level. So there's lots of options. It's kind of confusing. It's like a maze. Here's the fuel tanks on the back. So these fuel tanks, you fill with quantum fuel or hydrogen fuel. Here's the refueling nozzle. You fly up, plug in, and they'll top you up. Well, I predict we'll see a lot more of these flying around when we get to Pyro. Hopefully soon, TM. We're expecting Pyro at CitizenCon. So that should be October. Again, I got tickets for that, so I'll try and get some filming done while I'm there. Oh my god, my face will have to be on your video. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, we've done the tumbrel. Who knows what's left? There's the F8. Again, the lightning looks like it's going to be the fixture. They usually have the one with the stars, the red and blue with stars, but this year they've got a plain white one. I wonder why. Let's run over the other side. Let's go through the components. We've got the big size 3s, moving down in size. We've got coolers, we've got power plants, we've got jump drives, quantum drives. Those are the power plants. Coolers here, shield generators. Good job we got grav guns. Imagine trying to pull one of these things out by hand. Oh, look, and the little baby ones, look. Oh, the little diddy ones.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at little shield generator. Oh, he's so cute.
Let's go. Even the components look cool. Like everything. I'll tell you what, if anybody can post a picture, send me an image of something in this game that doesn't look cool. And I'll think of some kind of prize I can send you. Mayhaps a used tea bag. Maybe I should use that as the entrance music for, like the intro music for the channel. I've been thinking of putting together maybe like a little intro at the start of the videos. I don't know. Let's have a look at that here. Cool colours. I like it. I like it. Let's have a look. Ooh, Mercury Star Runner. Here we go. Let's have a look. I've got the C2. I've got a video, dropped a video on that earlier today. Feel free to go and give that a look. So we'll skip that one. I'll go into that fairly in depth. Have a poke around it. Ooh, the bomber variant of the C1. Oh, it's bombs lined up. Hello. Is that Bald Gamer? Let's have a look here. Boo, boo, boo. Don't do it, bud. Don't launch yourself out of a tube. So yeah, it's all pretty much the same, except it's got the bombs. 10 bombs. Let's rent this. Maybe we'll put a video compilation of kabooms. Big bada booms. So I think this is more for like carpet bombing. The big C2 bomber is more, dropping like a single bomb, double bomb, with a huge radius, where this will drop all 10 in kind of like a carpet formation, just as you go. I wonder if they drop 2 at a time, or if it's alternated between the 2 rows. Let's get a Mercury Star Runner. A ship I've always thought about getting, but I've never actually gotten round to getting one. But again, follows the Crusader aesthetic. All of these ships do, really. You can kind of tell. You could scrub all the markings off and you'd be able to tell straight away who the manufacturers are. It's a bit dark. Oh, that's not the light switch. It's this side. Oh, separate light switch. Very posh. Is that the light switch? Hello? Hello? Maybe that's not the light switch. Where's the light switch? Oh well. We'll find it when we do a more in-depth view. I always feel like this should open up. There is things behind here, but I always think it should open up like a big bulkhead door. And there it is from a different angle. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's anything new from Crusader this year. Well, they can't release a new ship for each manufacturer. It'd be nice. Drake is the new ship. We've had a lot of new stuff drop over the last week or two. We've had the Pulse. What else have we had drop? I'm sure we've had something else drop. And that's it for today. We've got the IAE as well later on, so I think Invictus is more combat orientated. We'll have Alien Week, usually follow Invictus, where we'll have all the alien ships. We've got IAE coming up towards the end of summer, is it? IAE usually comes before Citizen Con. And that's pretty much all ships, I think. So we've got that coming. I always love IAE. It's one of my favourite events. We've got Xeno Threat after this, once Invictus finishes. So we've got a lot going on. This half of the year is usually when we get all our events. Between Christmas and Invictus, it's usually quite quiet with events, apart from the odd jump town. And then once we get to Invictus, after this, it's just event after event every month up until New Year. Right, guys, so that's it for today. I'll figure out what video I'm going to drop next, and I'll get that up as quick as possible. Worst case scenario, I'm sure I'll have something drop before day 3, but that is day 2 of the Invictus. Drop us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again for another video soon. Take care.